Hello and welcome to Will Watches. This is Memories of Murder. So I'm very excited for this. Bong Joon-ho. The title gives me, a lot of hope. Memories of Murder. So I know this is kind of like a detective murder mystery kind of thing, right up my alley. But then like Memories of Murder as well. If it's playing with memory or playing with time somehow, that will be really interesting as well. I know this also has Song Kang-ho as one of the leads, and it'll be really interesting to see if there's any other faces I recognize in here as well. The more I'm delving into Korean cinema, the more names and faces I'm starting to recognize, And this is the first movie reaction I'm filming during the SAG-AFTRA strike. I stand in full support of everyone striking. Everyone deserves full and fair pay for their work. That's why for the meantime I'm only going to be covering films from studios not being struck by SAG-AFTRA. This just gives me a great excuse to delve more into international film and see some films I've been intending to watch for a long time, like this one. If you want any more information, go to www.sagaftra.org and there'll be loads of stuff there, loads of resources, and check out my community page where I did a post about all of this too. So before we jump into this, be sure to check out the Patreon page. Over there you can find 1 week early access. You can also find polls so you can vote for what's next, and you can find a full-length timer-based version of this where you just sync up your own footage and you can watch along with me. So yeah, let's just jump right in. Oh wow, didn't even see it. Okay, the camouflage blended in so well. Oh, I love the yellow. It feels very summery, doesn't it? It just conveys that kind of summery heat. It's got this like yellow wash over everything. Ah, there he is. I really want to see Broker, which he is in as well. I have a friend who keeps going on about it, and I remember seeing the trailer and it looked really great. And of course, he's in Parasite too. Oh yeah, body. Yeah, just like from the poster, I'm imagining he's the investigator with the other guy. Oh, what have they found? A murder weapon, maybe? Oh, her clothes. Oh, he's like imitating him, yeah. Wants to be investigator too when he grows up. Even his shirt is very similar with the checkered pattern. I mean, it's not like the aesthetic you'd associate with like a murder mystery, is it? Especially the first kind of finding of the body. It's just so bright and summery still. I wonder if it will go dark and dingy.
What?
Oh yeah, a bit darker here. Okay, investigating all of her exes, I guess. That makes sense. Good place to start. That's a cool camera. I love a camera like that. I've seen ones like that before, the super thin ones. Okay, working late nights. He's quite dedicated to it then. There does seem to be like a kind of casualness to it, They haven't set up the barriers and like they let the kids running about and find the clothes, the evidence. Yeah, he's complaining about how like unprofessional it is. Very chaotic. So reporters are quicker than the police. That's pretty crazy. Oh, right over the footprint. Oh my god, yeah. I mean, that could be someone purposely tampering with evidence. Everyone's slipping down that slope as well.
동네 사람들 아프면 병원 안 가고 나만 찾는다는데.
가만. 중요한 얘기. 왜 장설면에 백시고깃집이라고 있지?
Hearing rumors. Again, was this a love interest, or the way he was talking about it? We come to you for help. Is she a prostitute? And is hearing rumors from her? I'm worried if it's a love interest because all of the deaths have been women, you know.
광우가 이양숙 뒤를 졸졸 따라다니는 거 봤대요.
Get lots of info from her though.
처음부터 뭐 죽이려고 그랬던 건 아닐 거야. 예? 어떻게 막 어디 저진 안 만져볼까 뭐 이런.
못 만졌어.
Or maybe he's seen evidence, you know, if he followed her.
뭐 가끔씩 그런 일이 그게 뭐 흠이 될 수는 없고. 그런데 뭐 주먹으로 사람을 뭐 때리고.
Okay, yeah, good cop, bad cop. Yeah, I was immediately thinking that, seeing him coming in.
인상이 더럽네 이놈. 아유 이놈 이거 얼굴만 봐도 막.
This guy that they're investigating, though, it seems like I can't really tell how old he's supposed to be. Obviously, he's younger than them. They're calling him a kid, but it seems like he might be kind of developmentally stunted, you know? Okay, someone's left like a marker there. What does it say though? If you don't turn yourself in, your limbs will rot to death. Oh, okay. So it's a warning by someone else. Not. I thought it could be, you know, someone's returned to the crime scene after. Yeah, the women in the area are scared now. Oh, is that him? He showed up at the perfect time. Oh, that flying kick! Wow. No, yeah, nothing was actually going on. It was just, yeah, of course, everyone's so full of fear, especially the women around here.
진작 말씀을 하시지. 미안합니다. 그렇게 못해서 어떡해 형사가.
Oh, he's also a cop. Is this like the meeting and they're going to be put on this case together, both start working together now? Oh, comparing it to the footprints. Or is he just making new evidence that's going to frame someone, like frame that guy?
저 이게 서울에서.
아 반가워.
Oh, big shot from the big city.
이게 말이야. 작년에 이양숙 죽었을 때 그 사건 현장에서 찍어놨던 발자국.
Oh, it's been a while, last year. Unless he's lying.
네가 신고 다니는 거 맞지? 안 그래? 자, 잘 봐봐. 이 사진 속에 발동그란 거.
Are they just faking this to get like a confession out of him?
여자들 네가 다 죽인 거지. 좋아.
I mean, obviously, I feel like that's kind of malpractice, but they don't care. They're doing what they need to. Don't do things by the books.
아이고 이게 자빠져요 정말. 야 야스키야, 줘봐 빨리.
If he's not strong enough to do that, does that mean he couldn't have hid a body or something like that?
뭐 이게 놀러 왔나 이 새끼야 여기가?
Yeah, he just enjoys so much of it, even though he's being investigated.
말을 안 들으니까 파묻지 이 새끼야.
나 말 잘 듣는다.
그래 얘기를 해.
I wonder what this the new guy thinks of this. He just seems to be ignoring it and let it happen.
기찻길 옆에 근원에서
기찻길.
Oh,
맞아.
okay, he knows where it was.
양숙이 먹을
He's just describing what happened to her, though.
꽉 잘랐어.
그 다음에
스타키.
스타킹.
He's gonna say like he saw someone else do it, though, isn't he?
아 모르지. 새끼가 정말 잘 나가다가.
야 이 개새끼야. 그 다음에 어떻게 사?
그래.
You know, obviously it can't be him. It's way too simple. It's we're like 5 minutes in. Oh yeah, it is just like he said though, on her head. But that could be he saw someone do that, or he did that to her after finding the body. You know, there'd still be tampering with evidence, but maybe he wasn't the murderer. When is this set? Is going to be an air raid? Oh, have they actually? They've arrested him, and it's all the publicity. They're getting photos and stuff. Yeah, why is Detective So not part of it? They said like the Great Three or something. Ah, yeah.
이렇게 붙어서 젓가락질도 제대로 못 하겠다.
He's figured something out. That means he's innocent.
강호야, 야, 위치 여기 맞지? 응?
So he's dressed up as the victim? What are they trying to do here?
뭐부터 해야 되죠? 원래는요. 순서를 딱
They're trying to like recreate it for some reason.
현장 검증 제대로 되긴 글렀습니다. 더 엉망진창 망신당하기 전에
Cancel it and save the embarrassment. They're going to realize something now that he realized to do with his fingers, I'm guessing. He doesn't have the dexterity to do something that was to do with the murder.
아까부터 계속 그 말씀 드렸잖아요. 백광호 제 범인은 아니라니까. 야 조용히 뭐다. 아니.
All of this publicity as well.
그래서 매듭을 만들어 놨잖아요. 제 백광호 손 한번 봐봐. 저 손으로 뭘 막는다니까.
Yeah, that's exactly it. Okay. It's so messy, this case. Like the publicity from the start, isn't it? Oh, this is great. The slow motion is like, it feels like a painting almost. Everyone like tumbling across each other.
반장님도 녹음 테이프 들었잖아요. 왜? 그놈 지 입으로 아주 세부적인 얘기까지 잘 풀었어요.
I think he was just an observer. Like they said, he had like stalked her. He stalked her and saw what happened. He could be good for getting more evidence. Oh yeah, it's not looking good in the news as well.
그 양일간에 12시 12월 16일
It's really showing his incompetence, isn't it?
양지 다방에서 한성근
Oh, in that celebration shot, yeah, that's been used to embarrass them now.
실종 신고도
좀 시끄럽다, 좀.
담당 아우
이건 단순 실종이 아닙니다.
Okay, so like your initial thought is that it's a guy going around doing these stalking pretty women and killing them, but part of me was like that could be a red herring, and there's like a woman who's jealous of these other pretty women doing it. I don't know, they're just throwing it out there.
일종 당일날 이 여자 동선 예상 범행 지점.
Oh, he's really good, isn't he? That's why he's coming from the big city. He's found a kind of estimated location. So I wonder why the red clothes would be relevant. Is that something that's purposeful or just a coincidence? Oh? Oh, there's so many people. Yeah, she's been missing for like 2 months, so the body's going to be gone.
간 가는 적도 나왔죠.
정액 조금 나왔지.
Yeah, okay.
그런데 너무 오래돼서 혈액형 판정 불가.
Oh, they can't do a DNA test on it.
보시다시피 이번에도 피해자 물건만 사용했어요.
그래. 목 졸린 것도 본인 스타킹 맞지?
I guess that's smart, using items so there's no evidence of anything else. I guess like forensics could pick up parts of his clothes.
철저하다.
깔끔하죠.
Oh, and the cut right to them cooking meat. Okay. Kind of uneasy, isn't it? Oh, there he is. What's with the armband? Green armband.
저런 애를 붙들고 지지고 보고 시간만 낭비했으니 어떻게?
야, 고기도 좀 드시고 말씀을 하세요.
난 탄고기 안 먹는데.
Like, yeah, a bit of a rivalry forming between them. Obviously, he wants to do things by the books, and maybe not by the books, but he wants to do things properly, and he's just not getting things done. Focusing all that time on the kid who's got nothing to do with it. I think they need to investigate the kid a little bit more. Not because he is a suspect, but because he's done... I think he's seen something that could be important.
여기 뭐하러 왔어? 서울에서 이 총구석까지. 예?
Yeah, why did he volunteer? Has he got some game in it? Some personal relation to it? Oh, there's so many layers to this. Him choking at the back, the guy and the girl in the back all this time.
또 또다시 범행을 저지를 거라 이게. 피가 찔찔 오는 바. 한 박자 먼저 움직인다.
Be prepared on rainy nights. Get all the police active on rainy nights. Makes sense. Maybe get some female officers in red as a like distraction. Oh, that adds another layer to it though. The president being here and even more people around. Oh, okay, riots. Yeah, this is the perfect backdrop, isn't it? All of this can be happening when all of that happening as a distraction for the police.
그래 임마.
Oh my god. And they're just driving past. Okay. Yeah, it is all a setup. She did look very nervous.
서태훈 형사가 바짝
That must be so following her. Okay. Yeah, that was exactly my idea. I feel like the red could be too obvious, you know? Too much of a red herring.
미친 남자가 숨어갔는데 이게 바로 범인이래요. 하루 종일 숨어있다가 밤만 싹 나와서 여자들 죽이는 거래요.
Okay, there's rumors, but there could be some truth in random rumors like that, you know?
됐네요. 그래.
Whenever we see a woman wearing red now, it's worrying. Are they the next victim? Does the general public know about the red thing? Like, would she take off her jacket? Yeah. Okay. Oh, in the field, yeah. Oh, yeah, to see him pop up and pop back down. I wonder if there was people who missed that. That's not like his calling card, is it? The whistling. Wherever this... Oh. Okay, quick glimpse. Obviously, you're way too blurry and quick of a glimpse to see anything. But she wasn't wearing red this time. She purposely took off the red coat.
당신 말이야. 감식반 올 때까지 전부 움직이지 마.
Yeah, just so badly run.
요 장소까지 거의 400m쯤을 조용히 끌고.
Okay. Why'd he drag her so far?
근데 발정 말고는 아무것도 찾아낸 게 없다 이 말이지. 어?
I mean, like, if there is semen or blood, maybe they can get a DNA sample.
또 빗물에 뭉개져가지고 족적 판명이 정확하게 잘 안 돼요. 현장 버전 이빠이 해봐야 어차피 나오는 거.
I mean, they could get like the shoe size from the footprint or something if they can't get like good prints of what the shoe was.
범인 새끼 거시기 털이 반드시. 따라서 범인은 말이죠. 애초부터 여기에.
Okay, that's his conclusion.
무모증 같은 거.
Yeah, so he's saying it's hairlessness, but it could be someone planting semen on there, you know? Like planting evidence to frame someone else.
이거 뭐 무슨 그 노래 방송한 목록 같은데?
예, 제가 자주 듣는 저녁 인기가.
Okay. I mean, we know she was whistling to this, singing the songs.
신청하는 사람이 있어요. 이렇게 자세히 보시면 이 노래 방송된 날짜거든요.
That's pretty good, actually. Was that the song he whistled as well?
태경읍에서 외로운 남자가 보냅니다. 비 오는 밤 꼭 틀어주세요.
Is there any way they can track the phone calls that came in or the postcard?
미스권 나이스 굿 아이디어. 자 얘기 잘 들었어. 자.
And he's just dismissing it.
이봐라. 범인이 이게 지독한 사이코다 보였긴 해. 이 노래 소리 딱
Definitely got to listen out for the song then.
애국주회 할 때 애국가 부르고 시작하는 거랑 똑같은 겁니다.
방송 엽서
Yeah, it's like his calling card.
엽서 빨리 확보해갖고 우체국 소인 지문 필적 확인해봐. 알았지?
Yeah, handwriting, where the stamp came from.
그거 조사 어찌 하려고 그래. 남자들 바지 합시 다 뺏기 볼래.
Yeah, how do you actually invest? I mean, I guess so. Yeah, go to somewhere where you can investigate. Yeah, I don't think it was him, even if he was hairless.
나한테 연락 주세요. 이러면서 명함을 주면은 이 씨발놈이.
Yeah, he thinks he's wingmanning him.
이렇게 잘 말리면은 이 얼룩얼룩한 게 범인의 얼굴 형상이 돼서 나타난다.
말도 안 돼요. 이게
이 새끼가 부정 타겟이디.
And now we'll blame it on him when No Face shows up.
지랄하고 있네. 씨발 과학 수사를 해야지 과학.
I mean, he could be playing the song and then like walking the distance it takes to walk while that song's playing, you know? Okay, I was thinking, is he gonna go hide where they're hiding? A great use of layers again, him at the back, them in the foreground. Oh. Oh yeah, you really can't see his face that well. Is that a bra of one of the victims? If this is the killer, we kind of got like, yeah, the outline of his face, like his nose there, but that doesn't really give us anything. That's if this is the killer, if it's just some random pervert. Oh, okay, yeah. Yeah, he's like, what are you two doing here as well? The thing is, all of like the women's underwear were found on their bodies. He wouldn't have stolen them from them. The whole thing was he only used like their own things. Yeah, let's just split up and try and flank him or something. Oh, it's the two girls again, isn't it? I thought Detective So would be like faster than them, really pull ahead, would see he was much better than them. That was good, using the dog barking. I don't know if this would actually be him though, would actually be the killer. Look for someone without a mask. All the workers had those masks on, so I guess you look for someone without. And do they have a uniform or not? What they have to do is get everyone to pull their trousers down and check which one's wearing red. But I don't know if any of them actually saw that. They need to like close off the site and then... Oh yeah, that could have just been him walking past, you know? What's he seen? There we go! Nice. Great eyes. I just don't know if this would actually be the killer. I mean, we've got someone on indecent exposure, being a creep, being a perv, but I don't know if it's necessarily the killer. Oh, they love a good flying kick, don't they? Are they not going to check his underwear? Oh no, it's just regular red. That was just regular red pants, wasn't it? That wasn't the kind of women's underwear, was it? They kind of just looked like regular. He just happened to be wearing red.
아니, 뭐
Okay, it was actually him.
저기서 누가 톡 하고 튀어나온
Yeah, of course he'd run off.
이런 잡지들보다도 그 우리 동네 실제 사건들이 훨씬 더 세요.
Yeah, he's just a creep. Getting off to the reports of the murders as well. But that's not... I am wondering, you know, whenever it is revealed who the actual killer is, if it will be someone we know or if it will be someone random.
그리고 냄새 나지 않게 좀 자주.
알았다, 내가 알아볼게. 빨리 아들 밤이라.
Oh, I hate seeing these like personal connections to other women because obviously women have been always been the victims. I'm like worried something will get personal.
조병선이가 밤새 자백을 했다면서요? 누가 그래? 아이 참 반장님도.
Okay, someone's confessed. Is this someone playing mind games or is it a red herring?
길에서 솔밭까지 뉴스 본 말입니다. 이게 무려 200m 아닙니까?
Yeah, he's just reciting what he heard in the news, isn't he? You know, they isolate them for so long and then try and get a confession out of them, but it just kind of drives them a bit crazy. And is this an actual confession from him or not?
맞다. 브라자.
Yeah. He's like telling him what to say. It was a bra.
셀에 때리더라 이거 아닙니까?
어디 맞았어?
여기요 요 눈 옆에 여기.
Okay, so he does have a cut by his eye.
꿈에서 맞았는데도 아프고 그래요. 예?
Or does he have like DID, dissociative identity disorder, where he thinks he's dreaming and is actually doing the murders?
실례합니다. 여기 사시는 분이죠?
Already seems pretty scared.
제발요.
Okay. She has some red. There wasn't like an attempted murder on her, but she got out of it.
그게 그러니까
So she survived.
작년 9월에
She would have been the first as well, from because it was like December, October. So she was the first, and that she survived.
손이 정말 부드러웠어요. 내 입을 막은 손이 진짜 여자 손처럼 곱고
So it could be a woman, maybe. He had pretty hands, soft hands. Someone who like works an office job or something, not someone who's a manual laborer.
네가 말한 대로, 어? 마음에 들지?
그러면요
Oh,
풀어줘요.
yeah, his hands are way too coarse. Look at that.
막판에 부르는 게 그렇게 재밌냐? 어? 다 잡은 새발 이거 뭔데 이 새끼야?
He's nowhere near though. I think the hand things rule out Biek from earlier, the guy with the face and the hands, because he had the kind of web fingers and the problem with dexterity.
이거
Ooh, tonight's another night.
나오고 있나?
네 생방송.
Get all the police out there.
아 신청이 없어 있을 거 아니야? 뭐 장난? 여기 경찰서 이 새끼야. 야 여보세요.
Oh, yeah, go there in person. Oh, I don't like her leaving on her own though. She's good at investigating as well. She's the one who put together the whole thing about the song. It's already morning. It's too late. Someone's found it.
어젯밤 7시 반에서 8시 사이입니다.
너희 둘이 정신없이 싸우고 있을 때
Yeah, they could have been investigating.
이거 복숭아 조각인데?
Peach. Okay. That's a weird one.
애초부터 이런 놈들하고 쓸데없는 짓을 했어.
I wouldn't throw all of that away though.
방송국에서 전화 왔어. 엽서 그럼 찾아대는 것 같은데.
I mean, he could be posting it from a fake address or something. Okay, some clothes there. Is that a uniform? Military?
공장에 갔을 시간인데.
Red. Yeah, the last two victims haven't been wearing red, have they? I think that's... I don't know if that's related.
박형규!
Well, he's quite young, but soft hands would make sense. Especially if he's just off his job like this, sitting here.
손 좀 줘봐.
Yeah, very soft.
공장 사무실에서 일한 지는 얼마나 됐어?
작년 9월부터?
That's exactly when the murder started as well.
이 노래 나올 때마다 여기서 여자 죽은 거 알지?
아니요.
But like, it only ever comes on when it's a rainy day, and he only, the murder only does it when it's a rainy night. It's correlation might not be causation.
니나 그 손 몰라나? 내 뒤로 와.
They've been so ready to let him beat up other people.
사람들 잡아다 족치는 거 동네 애들도 다 알아.
아가리 닥쳐 이 개. 뒤로 오랑카나.
I guess because there's been rumors that they have to hold back.
너 끝까지 들었단 말이지? 그렇다면 네가 마지막 노래를 기억 못할 리가 없어.
I mean, you can be only half listening, you know?
더 일곱 여덟 하지 마. 이 새끼야.
앞으로 두 번 다시 지주실에 들어올 생각하지 마라.
He just loves a flying kick, doesn't he? I'm surprised this was like the official interrogation room and not just some dark, dingy place where they're doing things behind the back of the police, you know?
목격자가 있나?
Yeah, I don't know whether to believe it's this kid or not. There's this kind of creepiness about him. I could imagine the actor like flipping a switch and being much more creepy.
처음부터 한번 물어보고 싶은 건데
Yeah,
백광호 산에 끌고 왔을 때 말이야.
Baek Kwang Ho, he could be a witness. Yeah, it's like he saw what happened. That must be it.
자기가 한 짓을 얘기하는 게 아닌데
Yeah. Called that from the start, from when he said it.
공판에서 특별검사가 제출한
Oh, he's just so violent, isn't he? He's been drinking, and on the news, was it talking about a different case where one of the people being investigated was beat or something? That's what it sounded like. Oh, there he is. He is the cops. Oh. Oh, wow. I mean, that's a bit of revenge for Baek, really. Okay, it is a night, but it's not rainy tonight. I wonder if the killer does it in the rain on purpose because it will wash away the footprints and things. Yeah, what's with this armband again? I really want to know what it says. If anyone knows, let me know in the comments.
그러니까
3 times, okay.
진을 보라니까.
인마 백광호.
어렸을 때 공리의 날 집어다
Threw me into the furnace. That's how we got all of his scars. And he just snuck off. It can't have been the one in the photo if it's the same person who threw him into the fire when he was a kid. Is that what he's saying? That the killer is the same person?
야, 저기 기차 오잖아 임마. 자, 일로 와.
Oh no! Not when he just has evidence. Oh. Really? They were so close! And it's like he's the most childlike character. It's like the most innocent you can be, you know? I don't know if it's him or not. He didn't say, but then he never got to see him in person.
예. 그게 저 기자들이 원래 기사 쓰다 보면 말이죠. 본부장께도 제가 지난번에 직접 말씀드렸어요.
His mental illness worsened after interrogation.
여보세요. 에레 씹새끼들. 나쁜 놈의 새끼들 개새끼.
They've got a whole scandal on their hands now.
병원 가봤어?
아이고 시까지 병원을 가요. 괜찮아요. 안티크합니다.
Yeah, don't let it get infected, actually.
다리를 잘라야 된다고요? 에? 설명 또 해줄까?
Really? Wow. Yeah, the nail's got loads of stuff on it, though, hasn't it?
파상풍 아주 살벌하고
Rusty nails are always what gets you.
보면 뭐하냐? 다행이야 무릎 밑에서 자르줄게.
Okay, below the knee, at least gives you a bit of mobility with like a prosthetic.
가족이 없어. 내가 형이
어쨌든 보호자시잖아요. 이거 수술 동의.
He's his guardian. What does he mean, a brother of sort? Like a stepbrother or something?
아저 수사본부 서태훈이에요. 그 미국에서 서류 도착 안 했어요?
This one's really good. I'm surprised. Well, it might be a combination of the train and this. I thought the train death would really get to him, but this one's. I guess he's known him longer, hasn't he?
진짜 중요한 서류니까 도착하면 저한테 바로 전화해.
Can't do any more kicking, yeah. It's all seeming pretty hopeless here. I just feel like at this point it must be someone we've seen so far, right? Part of me was actually thinking like, what if it is actually Detective Joe or something? But now that he's lost his leg, I'm not sure, but it could be, you know, he's lost his leg and now the murders stop. Oh no. You gotta have more than one person doing a stakeout, right? Did he purposely do something to his car while he was asleep? Come on, must have seen where the bus was going, right?
보사부 표창이나 받아.
Oh, it's not raining at the moment, but the ground is still wet there. I am worried for her.
내가 볼 땐 네가 미친 놈이야 임마. 자. 유전자 검사 결과만 오면 얼마나 그날로 끝이다고 막.
The DNA thing can be inconclusive or something. Yeah, I really don't like this. I've been worried for her since the start. When it was that last murder, the one with the peach bits, I did think for a bit that was, there's the soft hands. I did think for a bit that was the police officer they sent out because they all looked so somber looking at her. And it was like, oh, is this more personal? Oh. Who's he going to go for then? The schoolgirl could be the last witness. Ah. And that's one of the schoolgirls we've been seeing all along, isn't it? She's still alive though. Yeah, was it only if you see their face? That was what that first victim said, but I don't know. And everyone else is closing up. It's like there's no hope. You gotta look at the face. That means she'll die though, she's seen the face. Okay, I mean, I'm glad they didn't show anything, but... Yeah, there's the friend. It's just when they lost Park as well, isn't it? Oh, is it like even worse than before? Someone throwing up? The stab wounds are new though. That isn't something that happened before. A spoon. We saw him pull out the spoon. Yeah, seeing the interaction is much more personal for him now because it's her. So yeah, it's actually more personal for Detective So. I thought it would be the other way round. Oh. It could just be beating again without any evidence. It's just showing the corruption of him though, you know, now that it's got personal for him. It's got darker and darker for him. Like, he never did any of the beating before. He would just sit there and watch. We're not even 100% sure. Yeah, but is he only confessing because he's under stress like this? Yeah, is that what you want to hear? Oh, that was good, getting the gun away. Oh, yeah, and he's going to be innocent. He's got the test results, the DNA results. Get out of the rain. Yeah, don't let the rain ruin it again. Yeah, he's innocent, isn't he? I mean, it could be inconclusive, you know. Oh, a tear. If it's part of the rain, they all blend together. Okay, doesn't correspond exactly. There is like probably maybe still a little bit of a possibility.
뭐라고 써 있는 거야 이거?
Yeah, oh, I can't read English.
내 눈 똑바로 봐.
He's not just gonna kill him anyway.
모르겠다.
Ah. Yeah, there's a whole thing about him judging people's faces before. Oh, this feels so late into the movie though. This feels like this would be where there would be a reveal. I'm just like, are they just gonna leave it inconclusive? We never actually find out? Oh, did he actually get him? Oh. No? But he tried. It's just, it shows how far he's come, you know? It's like it could still be him, they just don't have the hard evidence to arrest him as well, you know? He could be innocent walking free, or they could be letting a guilty man go. Just returning into the darkness. Okay, so I know the film was set in 2003. I think it was filmed in 2003. I don't know if it was set then.
했어 안 했어?
And he's got kids. He's older. This is quite a long time, actually. Quite a big time jump.
게임 잘하냐? 하긴 공부도 못하는 게임이라도 잘해.
Is it just going to be revealed here in the future? There's a news report or something. Are we going to see everyone else then in the future?
안 된다. 뭐 내가 뭐 어쩌다고 그래?
Does Detective Joe have a prosthetic leg now or something? The higher up, he's got very white teeth suddenly, it looks like. Okay, back where it all was, isn't it? Is this like where some of the murders happened? Yeah, it's such a mirror of the start of the film. Not going to be somewhere. It's not like the killer's always been free and has been free all of this time since we last saw. It has kept going. Or is he going to like find some evidence here, you know, that reveals it all?
얼마 전에도 어떤 아저씨가 여기서 이 구멍 속 들여다보고 있었는데.
Okay. They always return to the scene of the crime.
뻔한 얼굴인데. 그냥 평범해요.
It's very ordinary, it could be anyone. Ooh. Looking right at the camera. Just as I said, it could be anyone, just an ordinary face. Is that what that was kind of implying there? I feel like Park did kind of have an ordinary looking face. He kind of had a very baby face, didn't he? Oh. Actually, there's still some... I don't know if this would reveal anything. It's just the field again. I was thinking there was that whole like peach thing. It was like there's not going to be like a fully grown peach tree now, like a body they never found that had a peach pit in it, and then now is sprouted. CG supervisor, 3D supervisor. I wonder what was CG in this? Maybe the train. Yeah, I didn't notice any CG if there was. Quite subtle. But it could be like background things and removing backgrounds, things like that. Okay, so that was Memories of Murder. That was really great. I especially love the ending. And I just, you know, did a little bit of looking up things about the film, and it's based on true stories. And I think that makes the ending even more haunting. If it's based on true events, it's him looking out into the audience with the potential of the real killer who is still out there watching back. You know, that's so cool. That adds such another layer of depth to that. That's really cool, a great ending. You know, so I guess some people would maybe find it unsatisfying. I didn't know that it was based on true events. There probably would be people who find it unsatisfying, never getting the answer, but I think that's kind of the point. They're still out there wherever the killer is. And it got to a certain point in the film when they were in the tunnel with the train tracks. It was like, if it wasn't parked there, if it wasn't his time to like reveal himself, then I don't think we would have had an answer, and we didn't. And I think it kind of fits in with the theme, almost like the corruption of Detective So, and then the kind of theme of the incompetence of them. We saw, like, you know, from the start, the incompetence of the police, how they were letting the kids rummage about with the body, and the kids found evidence, and they weren't cordoning off things properly, and then how much they're, like, you know, going and beating all of the suspects, and then it turns out they were wrong about the suspects and they've been beat for nothing, for no reason. You know, it's all about that incompetence of the police. Then you had Baek Gwon Ho. Apologies for any mispronunciations or anything here, you know, not my native language, not what I'm used to. He clearly wasn't mentally all there. They mentioned his mental illness. His death really, it was just, wasn't paying attention. He was this kind of innocence to the film in a way. He provided a little bit of comic relief, as did Detective Cho. I got Detective Cho's name wrong a bit there. I said Detective Joe a few times, but it's Detective Cho. But yeah, with Baek, it was just like, it was obvious that he had nothing to do with it. He was just like way too innocent, unless they revealed later on that it was like all an act. I wouldn't have believed it was him anyway. And then he, you know, was key witness. I called that quite early on. I was like, yeah, he's describing these events, but he's not saying that he did it. He's describing it as if he was watching, and he was, and he dies before we ever get any information from it. It's like tragic on that front, but then obviously tragic with him being kind of so young and this sense of innocence to the film. Yeah, that was awful. And then again, there's that misdirect with the last death being the schoolgirl that Detective So was so, you know, had interacted with a few times, and then he'd put that band-aid on her. So he had that kind of personal connection to her. And I think it was kind of a red herring, us thinking it would be the other woman who's always with Song Kang-ho's character. I was really worried for her for most of the runtime, because I'm like, oh, they're going after women. They've introduced this maybe love interest who's a woman. So it's like, okay, if they want to make things personal, they'll kill her off. But that was kind of a red herring, and they killed off that schoolgirl who we had seen multiple times throughout the movie. That one was really difficult as well, because we saw much more of the events leading up to it and much more of it. And then obviously there's like another layer of her being so young when it happens as well. So like the main portion of the film was set like in the 80s, and then they jump forward those 20 years. I think that is a good way to do it. It jumps forward to modern day, because the film released in 2003. It jumped forward to 2003. So again, with the ending, with him looking to camera, it's almost like he's looking out there, seeing, you know, there could be the killer still out there watching, but it's also kind of, we're still looking for you. There's still evidence. We're still out here. You're not completely safe as well. It's almost a little bit of a warning to him as well, could be, which is kind of cool. And I don't know, you know, it says this is based on some murders that actually happened. I don't know how much detail is specific here, because it turns out in 2019, someone did actually come forward for the murders. I don't know if they're just murders that inspired this movie, or if this was like kind of really direct, because someone came forward for those murders, and his name was Lee Chun Jae, which I'm not sure. I don't recognize that name. I don't think any of the characters were named that, and any of the suspects. I don't know if like any of the suspects that were in the film were supposed to be this person and he got away with it just about, or they were never onto him at all. I don't know the specifics kind of how much this is, if it's just based on true events or if it's like delving into like the specifics. Like these were all real people and all of these things did really happen, or if it's just like loosely inspired, you know, not quite sure on the details there. Like with what the film gave us, it seems like Park was the most likely, you know, he came back from the military early September, and September was when the first victim happened, that woman that survived. I'm surprised they didn't. Oh, she never saw his face though, did she? She only said about the soft hands. I was going to say, I'm surprised they didn't get her in to see him. And then, yeah, there was the stuff about the soft hands and just the timing of it, and him being the one who sent in the postcards. He has the most evidence, but it's still really not enough to arrest someone. And, you know, there was that ending where Detective So was like letting him go and he's just like disappearing into the darkness. The imagery there was great. It's like the ambiguity of, is he innocent or have you just let the killer go and he's gonna go and do more, you know? But then there was like the DNA test, and the DNA test wasn't correct. The thing is with that though, is like it could be inconclusive, where there's still a chance that it was him. It said it wasn't a perfect match. So I'm not sure if that means it was inconclusive or if that guarantees that it wasn't him, you know? I'm not quite sure there. Does that mean it definitely wasn't him, or does that mean they're just not sure that it was him? There's a distinction there, isn't there? And, you know, there's a lot of times when they're following false leads as well. Like, I don't think the red was really anything unless the killer, you know, clocked onto the fact that they knew he was only going after women wearing red. I think it was the rainy night that was the bigger thing, more than the victims were wearing red. And then, you know, there was the whole thing about the people without any hair, you know. His methods weren't exactly the most scientific, unlike Detective So's, who he had a bit more to go off. And just because all of the victims were women, there was a sense of dread with all of the women characters we were introduced into the film. You know, even the other police officer who was a woman, and she went off, and, you know, I thought, oh no, she hasn't been killed, because when it cut to them looking over the body, they were all looking really sad. I was like, oh no, they haven't just let her go out and then she's been killed as well. But it was someone else, and there's so many weird things, maybe just to throw the police off, with like the peaches, and then the schoolgirl had like the spoon in her. I don't know if that's relevant, if that's like trying to leave clues, if that's just trying to throw them off. You know, it's just very weird, and it could just be someone psychopathic. There's no reason to it. It's just what they're doing, you know. And I love the atmosphere here. You know, at the start it was this bright and sunny day, but for the rest of the film it was all kind of dark and gloomy, what you'd expect from like a gritty detective thing. But I liked how there was humor in here as well, you know, the constant drop kicks and the insults, and there was a lot of humor in here, but it wasn't like Bathos where it undercuts the tension, you know. It still worked. It still allowed itself to be funny, but the humor didn't kind of take away from this overwhelming sense of dread that's throughout the whole film as well. So I think that's everything. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed this. If you did, consider leaving a like and comment your thoughts on the film. And if you really loved it, be sure to subscribe so you can keep up to date on all future uploads. So yeah, thanks for watching. Bye.